Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and the rather cold surroundings of Mansfield here in England. I'm back pitchside tonight, so I thought I'd bring you with me. Again, I haven't done a match vlog for ages, not even sure if I've done a proper one this season yet. I think I did one maybe pre-season, and last day of the season I kind of did something similar. So yeah, I'm at Mansfield tonight, Tranmere on the road here in League 2. Mansfield, I don't think have lost at home all season. They only lost their first game of the season away from home this past weekend. Tranmere, a little bit of an upturn of form just recently. We've won 2 and drawn 1 of the last 3 games. Before that, we've had a bit of a tricky start to the season. Sacked the previous manager a couple of months ago now, and slowly but surely we're returning to form. We've got a couple of big players missing through injury and suspension tonight, so what is already a really tough game where we're massive underdogs is even trickier tonight. But what I'll do is I'll get as much footage as I can, and then maybe record a little bit of voiceover when I get home to show you what goes down tonight. So Tuesday night match, I am wrapped up. It's not there's no rain forecast at all first game, but I have got my waterproofs on because it is expected to be around 1 degree centigrade by the time this game finishes about 10 p.m. tonight. So yeah, wrapped up warm, and let's get into the ground. So I'm parked in Mansfield's Overflow Club car park tonight, which is not somewhere I've been before. Usually get in the main car park, but it's only a few yards further on, so no big problem. The ground, as I look then, is just over there. You see it all lit up, so I'm going to walk around there now.
You got the Mercedes.
Okay, so as you can see, it was pretty busy outside the stadium when I arrived. It was still quite away from kick-off, as you'll see when I get inside in a minute. I've shot at Mansfield a couple of times. I did just check with these stewards that the entrance was still the same. And it was, but they did kind of point right past it. But we did come back and managed to get in. No problems. And Mansfield Town, you kind of enter through the reception area. These doors here, these double doors. And it's one of the grounds, one of a few grounds, but there are a few where you actually have to go in as a photographer, and despite having bags and cases of your gear, you have to go in and go upstairs. And in this case, I think you go up 1 or 2 floors, and then kind of go through to the field side of the stand, and then make your way back down the steps to pitch, as I'm doing here. So yeah, a little bit weird. I find it always going up and down when we've got so much gear, but fine. Okay, so Mansfield Stadium, I'm going to say it's fairly new. It's probably 20 odd years old in terms of the redeveloped areas. That stand right ahead is not redeveloped. That is now closed and just covered in advertising hoardings. You've got plenty of space at the side of the pitch in front of these LED hoardings, and say the other 3 more modern stands. That one kind of ahead to the right there with the ST written in the seats, that is the away end. So if you're kind of regular viewers of the channel, you'll know I shoot for Tranmere Rovers, and that is being the away end is where the Tranmere fans will sit. First job was to go around and just get a few snaps for social media of the warm-up. Here's the kind of settings I started out with for this game, and then after that it was in to the match itself. Although before we get into that, actually, little thing about preparing your laptop, I had ran an update and then deleted the big massive cache file of previews that Lightroom produces, and then when I've gone in at pitch side here, it wasn't loading the previews. So you can see if you go in and develop a photo, it would eventually load the preview up, but it was taking a few minutes. So I had to basically just shut down, restart, and boot it back up so that I could get into Lightroom properly. Okay, and into the game. So my usual setup here, I have got, so I'm on my little fold-up stool. On the monopod there, I've got the Canon 400mm f2.8 lens, and that is attached to a Canon 1D Mark IV. And then my main little setup there that you'll see kind of hanging around my neck in front of me is the Canon 1DX Mark II, and that has got the Canon 70-200 f2.8 Mark II lens on it. So that gives me coverage of most of the pitch, certainly 2/3 of the pitch nearest to me. I'm behind the goal at this point, or behind the goal line, kind of off to the right side of the goal. And you'll see, managed to get quite a few photos. And games where it's pretty cagey in midfield is where that 400mm really comes in useful, because it allows you to get quite a lot of action shots or stock, whatever, of different players that you want. It allows you to do that. Now, Tranmere played really, really well actually in this game, which was always makes life much more fun for myself as Tranmere's photographer and also a big Tranmere fan. And you'll see in just a few moments something pretty rare happens. I say rare because I've never captured it on footage when I've been doing these types of videos, and that is a goal that Tranmere score, and it happens right in front of me, and the players celebrate right in front of me. So I'll quickly explain it and then let the audio kind of take over. So I'm getting the midfield action on the 400mm. Tranmere win the ball back and then quickly break in behind the Mansfield defence, and the striker Charlie Jolly runs in and slots it under the keeper and then gives me a celebration. And I think that's so cool, because for me as a Tranmere fan, I love it when Tranmere score goals, and when I get a celebration right in front of me like that. They're so close there, that shouting you can hear as the players celebrating. I gave the goal scorer Charlie a couple of shouts just to make sure he did give me a celebration. He actually said a couple of weeks after this game, when he scored again and celebrated in front of me again, that he actually looks for the camera whenever he scores, which obviously makes a photographer's job a lot easier. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Typical MacBook in freezing weather behaviour at half time, the start of the second half. It wouldn't boot up. I got a power brick plugged into it, which gave it life for maybe 2 minutes, and then it gave up as well. We're probably below freezing temperature wise at this point. Second half, as the scoreboard shows behind, the game finished 2-2. Tranmere did take the lead again after Mansfield equalised. Those pictures will be on screen in a second. They celebrated a different side this time. So full time, just got back to the car. Great game in the end, great game. Tranmere continue their good form, still didn't get the elusive away win, but it finished 2-2. They twice took the lead, could have had more really. Really happy with some pictures after the first goal. The scorer ran straight to me, almost too close. I don't want to moan as a photographer, but almost too close, having their 70 to 200mm on. Got some nice snaps. Hopefully I am puffed out. It's quite a walk back from just from the stadium there, and I didn't probably see it. Absolutely freezing. I'll show you some of these cars here. They're already starting to kind of ice over because it is that cold. So anyway, I'm gonna get my gear away. I've got a flask of hot water and some coffee in the car, so I'm going to make a nice coffee for the drive home, try and warm up a bit. And if the video's been a little bit short, I apologise for that.
I haven't got the GoPro at the moment, that's out of order, so just kind of trying to take a bit of footage on my phone when I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.